One of the problems is that the election doesn't appear to be engaging very well with young people. There's lots of talk about young people's interests and views, but there's a lack of any real sense in which politicians have been talking to young people over the last 5 years, and they've got a real sense about what young people are wanting out of the election. And in some ways that reflects that the political culture that's defining this election is very much aimed at older voters, voters that are going to turn out, and there's a mistrust, a suspicion of young people that although they might be interested in politics, you can't be sure that they're going to make it to the ballot box on May the 7th. So I think that we might see a slight increase in the amount of young people voting, but I can't imagine that we're going to see some kind of mass democratic participation of young people. Well, I think the young people care about many of the issues that all of us care about, things about the economy, health, education, but the way in which they look at them are different. And I think that there are at least three areas where they are concerned. One, of course, is education, and particularly the issue of tuition fees at university. Although I think that there's a change in the focus here, that young people are more concerned about lowering tuition fees rather than scrapping them. I think there's also a question about the economy and issues such as, apprenticeships, about making sure that young people have got plenty of opportunities. We've recently done a survey with young people at schools across Yorkshire, and one of the things that come up is they want the minimum wage to be raised for those under the age of 21. So the young people are concerned about their economic futures. But I think one of the big issues that young people are concerned about is their role in politics. And I think that votes at 16 is going to be a very critical issue. A lot of parties are supporting it. In fact, only the Conservatives and the Democratic Unionists aren't. And in some ways, I think that young people are looking for that sense that politicians are going to change the political system, so that their voice grows. Well, the survey evidence would suggest that most young people tend to support either the Labour Party or the Green Party. They lean to the left. In many ways, that reflects the fact that they are users of the state during those ages. They are reliant on the state to a much greater extent, and so they see that connection with the state and they look towards left-leaning parties. That said, I think that some young people are being drawn towards UKIP and towards the Conservative Party. The European issue does resonate with young people and divides them. But I can see that the vast majority of young people will shift away from voting for the Liberal Democrats. If we looked at 2010, the Liberal Democrats in Sheffield and in other parts of the country were the party that many young people saw for their aspirations, to in some ways challenge the big two. The problem is now the Liberal Democrats have been part of a coalition government, and it may well be the Green Party in metropolitan areas that benefit from that disaffection with the Liberal Democrats.